Right, here we go, guys and girls. This is the first episode, basically just an introduction, really, to what we're going to be doing with Barcelona. So the challenge here is to how long it takes us to get them debt free, and hopefully still win things, still be challenging for the title, challenging for Champions Leagues, whatever that is. As you can see, there was 648 million net debt, 70 million transfer debt, 528 million remaining debt. Decent projection. And that's debt from what was 1.9 billion. Pretty mental, isn't it? But still, to get 528 million off the debt is going to take, well, I think it's going to take a little while. We'll see. I mean, I suppose the advantage Barcelona have is they've got probably one of the world's best sort of youth systems. So we don't have to always go out and buy the best players. We could maybe save some money and produce or develop someone from the youth team. These ones I've highlighted here are players that aren't going to make it, I don't think. We can sell them this season, okay. If we can let them go next season, that's probably going to happen. I don't think they're worth the wages that they're on, and they're getting a bit old. As you can see, we've got 4 players in the Media Dream 11. Real Madrid have got 6. And then obviously Griezmann's in there for Atletico Madrid. He's 32, so he's not going to be in there too much longer, I don't think. This is our team, but you look at it, Cancelo, Christensen, I think that's it. I don't think they're actually going to start for us, because this is the tactic I'm going to run with in Season 1. This could change as we're moving forward, we'll see. 2 pressing forwards on attack, deep line forward on support, 2 deep line playmakers on support, 2 wing backs on attack, 2 ball playing defenders on defend. Now both of them have got the instruction dribble more and stay wider. Then we've got centre back on defend and a sweeper keeper on support. Now we have locked some players in. We locked in Rafinha and Pedri up front, probably with Lewandowski. We've got Gavi in midfield, Balde, Torres at wing back, and De Jong at defence. So I want to get these players in this system and trained in those positions. I think that'll help us moving forward. Give us a bit more flexibility. We've got positive mentality, play out defence, low crosses, work ball box high, tempo fairly narrow. In transition, we'll roll out, distribute quickly, counter press. And out of possession, with a high line of engagement, much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent the goalie distribution. It's a tactic I've kind of used before. I've tweaked it a little bit here for Barcelona, but we'll see how it goes. Got obviously some good young players coming through. This Casado could be a decent midfielder, maybe a backup for us. Alarcon, decent winger there. Not that we've got great fullbacks coming through, but we'll have to keep an eye on that. Obviously, we've got Lamine Yamal, who's going to be world class, and he's definitely going to play for us. Vitor Roque, again, I think he's going to be class for us. Cospo, decent defender, only 16, so we'll see how he progresses. Bernal, another midfielder, 16, could progress well. Darvic, midfielder, maybe could be that deep line forward potentially. Kabassi, another centre back. So there's a lot of good players here who we can kind of build around for the future and hopefully not have to spend too much money. But saying that, I am scouting some other young players as well. The players who I think could be great for us. We've got Swedberg, who looks good for 7 million, but I haven't got any money at the moment. Woodrogo there, 17-year-old, 8.6 million. There's just some top players in here. I know a lot of these progress. This is the one, Usman Diamande, I think its name is. If you're going to sign anyone and he wants to come to your club, definitely sign him. He'll end up the best centre-back on the game, I think, in my opinion anyhow, especially with the physicals he's got. So, yeah, look out for him, and I would recommend you always sign him if you can. We can't at the moment, so I'm just hoping nobody else nabs him before maybe next summer or January, when we maybe got a bit of money to go and get him. But thank you for making it this far. This is episode 2. Just going to show you a little bit of gameplay here. As you can see, we won 4-1 in this game. Torres into Pedri. You'll see the tactic. Quite a good tactic. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. See Dada there into Samu. Puts that in. That's 1-1. Not the best start from us. Rafinha took that one away though. Beautiful goal. And Pedri flying down the left. No one could stop him. Vitor Roque scores. 3-1 there. 91st minute. They're trying to build out from the back. Bad mistake. Roque's in again. Hopefully you'll like this tactic. I will be sort of switching it up and doing different tactics, I think, along the way while we're trying to get to debt-free, because that's the aim. And we've got to keep winning things. That's the other thing. It's all good and well getting debt-free, but I can't be doing it if with Barcelona, not winning the league every now and then, or not winning some trophies. So as you can see, we were runner-up in the Spanish Super Cup. Spanish Cup knocked out in the quarter-final by Albacete. That's disappointing. Knocked out the Champions League round of 16 from AC Milan. But we won the league. 92 points, 7 points ahead of Real Madrid. Only 6 defeats, I think there. 2 draws. Fantastic stuff. 61 goal difference. We beat Real Madrid twice. Basically, that won us the league. Fantastic stuff. 99 goals we scored. Only conceded 38. Really good season, actually. Good start. We're going to do a lot of business, I think, from time to time. We're going to try and make a lot of money. We're going to try and develop some young players. We're still going to buy players because, like I say, it's getting debt-free, but it's also winning things. You can see there, Rafinha, 21 goals, Gundogan, 17, Torres, 13. A lot of people in double figures. Lamine Yamal did well. 16-year-old, still only got 11 goals. Vitor Roque is going to be good, only 19. Gavi was fantastic for us, as you'd expect. I think he's going to end up one of the best players in the world, to be fair, which isn't a big statement, I know, but he just looks brilliant. Brilliant on the ball with just insane kind of mental attributes as well. Pedri, going to be a brilliant player. We were kind of playing Pedri up front, which I'll show you. And big news, what happened is Lewandowski got a bad injury and he retired at 35. This is a guy who I thought I'd have till 38, 39. Brilliant player. So possibly our best player at the moment has retired. Which is insane. And it happened while I was while I was simulating the game through. So I didn't have a chance to sort of tell him not to. Or I don't know if you could do that. Got the 17-year-old coming through. Bernal. Darvic, who looks a very good player. There's some good young players coming through, which is going to help us massively. Casado's one of them. Alarcon looks okay. I'm not sure he'll make it. He's already 20-year-old. But we want to bring in some good young players as well to add to this. Cospo, centre back. I think Navarro, he's really good. I think there's one called Kabassi who's doing well in real life. He's not as highly rated on this, but I do want to give him a chance at some point. Here he is, Kabassi. Been brilliant for Barcelona in real life. Not ready for first team in this. Really good players. Players everywhere. Juan Hernandez. There's like Danny Rodriguez, isn't there? One good young lad who was really good on last year's game, the year before that. And like I say, we're going to need this because we can't be spending a fortune on players. We can't be spending too much on wages all the time. We've got to go down a slightly different route, although we still want to win games. Alex Val, left back. I think he could be good for us. 20-year-old, looks decent. Marquis, okay. I don't know if he'll make it as forward, unless he progresses a lot more than I'm expecting. There's Danny Rodriguez, we talked about. He still looks a decent player. Probably needs game time. Maybe get loaned out. That's what we might have to look with a few of these. We have made some business though. We are going to sign some players. Going to get Diamond in, 20-year-old centre-back. I think one of the best centre-backs on this game. And Silva, again, another brilliant wonder kid. Overall balance is minus 181 million. But the projection's going up. 707 net debt. 447 remaining debt, which I think's low. I think we were above 500 when we started. I think I could be wrong on that. But I believe it's come down a bit. So that isn't bad. Isn't bad at all. The tactic we used in this season, by the way, is what I showed you in the first episode. But I will be switching it up, I think, for the second season. Let me know what your thoughts are on the tactic, And also, please remember to like, subscribe. I hope you've made it all the way. Get them kind of debt-free. As you can see, we've won the league 3 times in a row. To be fair, we've won it twice. They obviously won it the season before I took over. But you can see it's going really well. 5 points ahead of Real Madrid. I know they've got a game to play, but they can't catch us. 73 goal difference. Only lost 4 games. Drew 5 games. We beat Real Madrid twice again, which has pretty much won us the league. Valencia are catching us now, though. So it could be a bit of a 3-horse race, maybe. Got Atletico Madrid who are good, obviously Sevilla. So there is some good teams that could come and challenge the big 2, if you will. Ter Stegen did very well. He's wanted, though. Should I sell him? I am thinking about it. Let me know what you guys are doing in the comments. Probably a bit early. He got 23 clean sheets, so he was amazing. But I might sell him. I'm not sure. You can see 95 million remaining in the budget. We sold quite a few players. Take you through the bigger ones. We sold Rafinha to Paris Saint-Germain for 46 million up to 51 million. Garcia to Inter for 25 million. Longley 10.75 million. Dest 7.5 million. Julian Araujo for 6.75 million. Obviously not Ronald Araujo because he's brilliant. Gundogan went for 6.5 million. It's a good player, but just to get him off the wages, I think worked well for us. Pedrola 2.6 million. Furman went to Man City for 11.75 million. Sergio Roberto went out on a free. I think I showed you this in the last episode. If you haven't seen it, go and have a look. But, we were bringing in Diamande and Silva, who have been playing a lot for us this season, and are obviously fantastic players. 4 million in the balance, 95 million in the transfer budget. Projections looking good. Debts are down. I think they're about 447 million. They're now 360. Next season, we had 700 million net debt. We've now got 448. So they're coming down. I think 5 seasons more, maybe, we're debt-free. Might be a little ambitious, I'm not sure. Fati came back in off loan. He's played well for us. See Balde and Torres, they're playing well. Torres, we've turned him into a right wing back. And I'm thinking of switching the tactic up again, though. I tweaked it a bit this season. Thinking of going potentially like a 4-4-2 next season. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. A bit weird for Barcelona. This is what we went with. Deep line forward on attack with ease off tackles. 2 inside forwards on support, and they're going to mark tight and tackle harder and mark the fullbacks on their side. So that's the kind of extra instructions we gave them. We've got 2 deep line playmakers on support, 2 wing backs on attack, 2 ball playing defenders on defend, and they both got dribble more and stay wider as their extra instructions. Centre back on defend and a sweeper keeper on support. Lots of sort of stuff going on here. We've got positive mentality, much shorter passing, play out of defence, low crosses, work the ball in the box, be more expressive, focus play down left and right, overlap left and right, higher tempo and fairly narrow. In transition, we roll out and counter press. An out of position, high line of engagement, much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent the goalie distribution and trap outside. So there's a lot going on in this tactic, but as you can see, it's worked. I know we're Barcelona, we're a good team, but to stay up there and stay ahead of Real Madrid is a big achievement, to be fair. Real Madrid, potentially the best team on this game. Them and City, I think. The Spanish Super Cup, which we won. Knocked out in the 3rd round, the Spanish Cup by Ibiza. Knocked out in the playoff round by AC Milan. Disappointing, we need to do better in the Cups, but we won the league, like we've already talked about. So I think that makes it a successful season. This is the tactic I'm looking at for next season. I won't go through it in too much depth. Make of it what you will. Let me know what your thoughts are on it. I like the idea of it, but let me know what you guys think, and thank you for making it all the way to the end of the episode. Remember, like, subscribe, and take care. I'll see you in the next one. 6. We are doing really well, I think. Considering we're trying to go debt-free, we're not really spending too much money. As you can see, Lamine Yamal's starting to get really, really good, which I expect. I mean, he's only 18 still. He's going to be world-class. Frankie de Jong could be someone we let go. We'll see. Got Balde there with 10 goals and 13 assists, which is decent. Ansu Fati doing well. 16 goals, 11 assists on 28 starts. Gavi, obviously, probably our best player. 12 goals, 6 assists from that centre midfield spot. He looks world class. Probably the best centre midfielder on the game. Potentially after Bellingham, I would say. Got some good youngsters coming through. Sepulveda, Shane Clivert, I think it was Patrick Clivert's son, he's come through as well. And we've offered Messi a job as a coach. Now, this season, he's already retired because it's 1st of June now, but we actually signed Messi. He played this year for us. Final season in his career to bring him back to Barcelona. Seems quite fitting. We also brought in Jordi Alba as like a youth coach and Andres Iniesta, trying to bring back some of the club icons and legends and that. Hopefully it helps a little bit. I don't know if the game takes that into account a little bit, but it's still nice to see them back at Barcelona. Spanish Super Cup winner there. Beating Real Madrid 2-0. Excuse me. Got Spanish Cup. We got knocked out in the quarter-final by Valencia. Knocked out in the playoff round by Valencia Champions League, so that's disappointing. They finished 3rd, only 5 points behind us. We were 2nd, only 2 points off Real Madrid. Top scorer in the league, Lionel Messi, 26 goals, best average rating. What a way to end his ridiculously good career. As you can see, it was close, only 2 points behind Real Madrid, so we're still challenging at least. At least when we're doing this, we're not dropping off. We've got way more goals, 104 goals only, conceded 37. I do think over the season we probably played the better football, so probably a bit unlucky not to win the league, but yeah, the fact that we're still up there challenging is, we can't do any less than that. I do want to get them debt-free. I want to do that without signing too many players, but also I don't want to impact the sort of Barcelona challenging for trophies, which they should be doing. This is the tactic we're running, and it worked really, really well. I would urge you to kind of give this one a go. A deep line forward on support. He's going to mark that kind of DM spot. DM on the right, I think, of there. And then we've got an advanced forward on attack. He's marking the DM left. Got a winger on attack who's... I think I took that off eventually, that cross aim and target forward. I used to have one. I took that off, but he's basically going to mark the left back and run wide with the ball. So we want these wingers to keep the width. Left winger is going to run wide with the ball and mark the right back. So we also want this to be quite a solid 4-4-2, so we're not conceding too many goals, hopefully. We've got a box-to-box midfielder, but we want him to get forward. We've got a deep line playmaker on support, which is pretty much Gavi, I think. So he'll just sit in there. We've got a inverted fullback on defence, centre defender on defence, ball playing defender on defence with dribble more and stay wider, and inverted wing back on support. So the aim is to kind of have those back three sitting in there with that inverted wing back going into a 2 with the deep line playmaker. Then you've got wingers attacking, box-to-box midfielder. The other 5 are just kind of attacking basically. So that's what I was trying to create when we've got possession. Positive mentality. Shorter pass and play out defence, low crosses, work the ball in the box, high tempo and wide. We've got roll it out, distribute quickly, counter and counter press. And then out of possession, we have a higher line of engagement, much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, and prevent the goalie distribution. Honestly, give this one a go. It works really well. I am looking at, I know this one's called handball. If you've seen my handball episode, it's based around that tactic. But I'm going to kind of tweak it for Barcelona. I think you'll probably see that in the next episode or the one after that. So I do want to try different tactics as I'm going along this series, so it's not just the same thing. And then the question is, who do we kind of get rid of and who do we bring in, if anyone? So I'm thinking Ter Stegen might go, Frankie de Jong might go, Koundé, Pena I think's due for the contract. Torres maybe, he's been good for us, but possibly Torres. And then it's just who else? Do we look at maybe the left back? Alex Val, possibly. Mika Fee, he's got good potential, but he's 21. There's other defenders coming through. Maybe Vito Roque, Danny Rodriguez. Let me know in the comments what would you guys do? Who would you get rid of? And obviously, please remember to like, subscribe. Hope you made it this far into the video. But yeah, that's the thing. Now we've got a really good team here that I think can challenge every year. It's just now we've got to be smart and sell players on for a profit, bring in young players, or develop our own young players so we're saving a bit of money. Debt, 0, but remaining debt is still 231 million. So we've got quite a lot of money in the bank, as 418 million in the bank, 329 million budget, which is ridiculous. Probably 1.3 million, I think, in wages to spend as well. But the aim is to get that debt down to 0 as well. So we're going to keep going until we can do that. As you can see, we've made a transfer. We brought in a keeper, Arno Tennis. He actually is from the Barcelona Academy. So I thought it was interesting to bring him back. He looks a good goalie, decent price. So I thought that wasn't too bad. Sold a few players, bringing a bit more money. I mean, we sold loads this summer and last season, really. Frankie de Jong's gone to Saudi, 111 million. He's 30 years old. He's still class. Could be brilliant for us, getting paid 1.5 million a week, but figured it was time. Ter Stegen's gone, 35-year-old now, got 43 million for them. I think that's really good. Vito Roque's gone for Porto, 25 million. Naipan's gone to Man United, 10.5 million. They just weren't getting enough game time, so they weren't progressing. We loaned out quite a few youngsters to get them some development, because obviously we want the young players to get better, because they're hopefully the reason that we're not going to spend too much money. Certainly haven't been at the moment. Davic's been playing brilliant for us. 29 games, 22 goals, I think 19 assists. He looks fantastic. Torres has been brilliant. 29 goals in 51 games. Yamal, you'd expect this guy. He's coming on brilliant. He's still 19. 20 goals in 45 games with 14 assists. Pedri doing fantastic. 24-year-old now. And his stats, I don't think are brilliant, but he plays really well. Gavi, who I thought, he was going to be my best player in this team, and it probably is. 11 goals, 23 assists. Ansu Fati, 13 goals and 5 assists. Not the best, but he's playing well. He's doing all right. Obviously, people like De Ligt and Araujo playing very well. Starting bringing in some youngsters into the first team squads to get them some game time. And this is how we did this season. We lost in the Spanish Super Cup, unfortunately. We lost in the Spanish Cup quarterfinal of Real Hispalis. We lost in the quarterfinal of the Champions League, unfortunately. And we finished second in the league. But I thought we were going to win, to be honest. We had a better goal difference, 14 goals ahead. On the exact same points as Real Madrid, with 30 wins, 4 draws, 4 losses each. And we still lost. So I'm guessing it goes down to the head-to-head. So they beat us twice or once, I think. I think we beat each other, but they beat me with a higher score. So I think that's why they've won the league. It's annoying. I feel like that performance with an 82 goal difference, 94 point, deserves to win the league. But never mind. We've got joint top scorer in Torres, Davic and Yamal with the top ratings. Pedri with 16 assists. Tenas came in, what a signing, 25 clean sheets. And then Yamal with 9 player of the matches and Davic with 8. So we were the best team, to be fair. I feel like we deserved the league. Very disappointing not to get it. 106 goals, we'll only conceding 24. This is a really good tactic, and I will be showing you it soon. Please remember to like, subscribe as well. Hope you're enjoying this content. And this is the tactic. Called it Barca ball. Don't know why. I'd started with like my Ange ball tactic and just developed it from there. Got a poacher on attack who's marking the DM. We've got a winger on attack who's marking the left back, inside forward on support who's on stay wider and marking the right back. A centre mid on attack who moves into channels. Got a Mazzala on support with no other sort of extra instructions. Got a DM on support who's going to hold position. Inverted fullback on defend. Ball playing defender on cover. Ball playing defender on stay wider. So we want those to make a back three when we're in possession. Then we've got an inverted wing back on support. We'll dribble more and he'll go into the middle with that DM. So we'll end up with like a 3-2-5 almost when we're attacking-ish. So we are positive with play out defence, low crosses, with the ball in the box, underlap, left and right, high tempo and wide. In transition, we'll roll it out, distribute quickly, counter and counter press. And then out of possession, we've got a much higher defensive line, a higher line of engagement, trigger press much more often and prevent the short goalkeeper distribution. Honestly, this is a really good tactic. I feel like I'm tweaking this 4-3-3 tactic steadily to try and get it perfect, but I don't think this is far away. You know, scored a lot of goals, didn't concede that many, balanced very well, probably should have won the league with a team that we're not spending a fortune on. Honestly, give this the Spanish Cup final. So I thought you can see how this tactic works. I really do like this tactic. I think it's probably close, if not my best tactic in this year's game, especially best 4-3-3 tactic. Works really well. You'll see for how well we did in the league, you know, the competitions. You'll see how well people played. So yeah, definitely give this tactic a go. And if you're enjoying the content, please remember to like and subscribe. And also check out my Patreon page if you want a link to the tactic or anything else. You can kind of request it. I'm sure I'll be happy to put on there like save game file and stuff like that, whatever you guys need. David's trying to get in down the right. Gavi takes over to Wadrogo. Good goal. Little insight into who's signed. Obviously, Wadrogo came in this summer and we went and signed a young Argentinian, I think from River Plate, called Mastantuone. I think that's how you pronounce it. Really good player. Actually, I mean, I'm a Man United fan, so I think he's only 16 in real life at the moment, but if I'm Man United, I'd maybe have a go and invest in him. I think he could be a very good player from what I hear. Diamonde and Gavi. Round his defender. Wadrogo spins. Beautiful goal. 2-0. What a signing. Brought him in for 45 million, so it's not a bad price. The Argentinian lad only came in for 15 million. He's a wonder kid now, so I think that's a bargain. They were the only two we brought in, to be fair. Obviously, we're trying to balance the books. That's the aim of this kind of save. Which, with the balance we've got, we do have like a net zero debt now. But there's still, I think, around 160, 170 million outstanding debt. So I want to get that to zero before we kind of claim that we've achieved what we set out to do and obviously still win things. Which, as you can see from here, we're winning 2-0 in the Spanish Cup final. Bilbao on the attack. Our keeper, Tenas, does really well. Barcelona youth player we brought back to the club. There you go, 2-0 in the Spanish Cup final against Bilbao. There's the 4-3-3 tactic. Wadrogo getting 2 goals, both set up by Gavi. The Argentinian lad starting on the left wing as well. We had 15 shots, 7 on target with a 1.4 XG. They had 5 shots, 3 on target. 0.65 XG, so I think we deserve to win. We were the better team, and as you can see with all the greens, we played really well this season. We had a 7-1 there against Bilbao in the league, 6-0 against Viga. There's that 2-0 Spanish Cup final win. We had a 4-0 against Valladolid. We ended the season with a 1-0 against Real Madrid. Lamine Yamal getting the winner there. Brilliant stuff. As you can see from the finances, projections looking decent. Not too bad. We've got 454 million balance, lots of wage budget, 1.3 million, I think. As I said, no net debt, but 164 million remaining debt. We want to get that down to zero. It will get paid off by 31, but kind of wondering if they'll pay it off this summer with having so much money in the bank. I'm not sure though. We'll see. In competitions, we did okay. Lost Spanish Super Cup, I think, to Real Madrid. Won the Spanish Cup, which you just seen. Knocked out in the quarterfinal of the Champions League by Porto. But we won the league. We dominated the league. I know it was only by 3 points, but we were playing way better football. 76 goal difference, sorry. Lamine Yamal with 22 goals. Cunha did well. I was actually looking at him. He was going on a free, I think. But I decided against it, so that might have been a mistake. There's our young Argentinian lad with 20 assists in the league. He looks fantastic. 15 million this guy cost. Darvic with a 7.36 average rating. He got 7 man of the matches and 10 ass. Got 23 clean sheets. He's fantastic. Diogo Costa, I probably could have got him as well, but he's probably a better keeper. But I like the thought of bringing 10 ass back to Barcelona, where he was a youth player. Thought it fit quite well with the save. As you can see, we played really well. 94 goals we scored, only conceded 22. So that gives you a little insight into how well balanced this tactic is. You're going to score a lot of goals and not concede too many. Honestly, give this tactic a go. It works very well. We got the most points, most goals, most shots, fewer shots against. 8th in pass completion, but 2nd in possession to Sevilla. But we do dribble a lot, so we didn't get most tackles because we got the ball, but dribbles made, this is what I'm on about, we made the most. We had the most clean sheets, and we were only 1 behind Real Madrid for the fewest conceded. So, yeah, brilliant season. Take you through some of the transfers. We'll let a few of the youngsters go out on loan. Also, this Antony transfer went through whilst I was on holiday, I think. So, yeah, I'm not sure I'd have sold him. I'm not sure. He looks like he's got good potential. This guy looks really good. We bought him last season, I think. He's looking very good. Juan Hernandez coming along a bit. Farre coming along a bit. So I think loaning these guys out is helping their development. I think these were last season where we sold Faye and Gay. We loaned out a few more people. We sold Kabassi. I was kind of hoping, because in real life he's done very, very well for Barcelona. He just didn't really progress on this. Maybe he needed more games. Gay hasn't really progressed, and Faye is a bit better, but again, I just didn't see him getting in the team, so we let them players go. There he is, Mastantuano, whatever. God knows how you pronounce it, something like that. 15 million, brilliant signing. Go and get him if you're on the game. If you're Man United, go and get him in real life. And then we bought Woodrogo for 45 million. Lamine Yamal, 33 goals this season. He was pretty much playing up front as that advanced forward, as you'll see in the tactic shortly. Darvic got 20 goals, so he did really well. Drogo with 19, Pedri was 16. De Ligt from centre-back got 15 goals, so he's obviously a beast from corners, which will be why our Argentinian lad got 28 assists. I'm guessing a lot of them was setting up De Ligt. Darvic got 14, Woodrogo got 13, Gavi got 12, Balde got 11, Pedri got 10. Really, really fantastic season. Everyone playing well. We were predicted to win the league, but only just. So it's tight between us and Real Madrid. We've got 5 in the Dream 11. They've got 6. We've got Hendrick, obviously, who's coming along brilliantly. Wouldn't mind having him in our team, but we're okay. We've got some really top-class players. This is the tactic. Honestly, give it a go. Call it Barca ball, but just give it a go. I think it is the best 4-3-3 tactic I've made. Possibly the best tactic I've done this in FM24. We've got an advanced forward on attack. We've got a winger on attack, marking the left back. Inside forward on support, on stay wider, marking the right back. A centre mid on attack who's going to move into channels. We've got a Mazzala on support with no extra instructions. We've got a deep line playmaker on defend. Again, no extra instructions. We've got inverted wing back on support. He'll get in and kind of create a 2 with that deep line playmaker. Then we've got an inverted full back on defend. He's going to create a 3 with the centre backs when we're in possession. With a ball playing defender on cover and 1 on defend with stay wider, and then a sweeper keeper on attack. So you kind of get that 3-2-5 almost when you've got the ball. Positive mentality, play out defence, low crosses, work the ball in the box, underlap left and right, high tempo, wide. In transition, roll it out, distribute quickly, counter and counter press. Out of possession, we're a high line of engagement, much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often and prevent the goalie distribution. This is a brilliant tactic. Copy the pages, just set it up yourself, or get onto the Patreon page and I'll put a link to it on there. Give it a go. It'll really work very well, I think, for any team, and especially top teams, as you've seen here. Thank you for making it all the way at the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Guys, goes back with another Barcelona video. This is episode 7. A little bit of gameplay at the start here against Atletico Madrid, just to kind of show you how the tactics work. And we're still running the 4-3-3 tactic. It's working really well. I'm going to switch it up slightly, I think, for next season. Just tweak a few roles and see if I can improve on it potentially. Although this works really well. I think we end up scoring about 100 goals and only conceding about 20. So definitely a tactic to give a go. Atletico Madrid have took the lead. Not the best. But let's hope we can get back into it, which I'm sure we can. Please remember to like, subscribe. Hope you're enjoying the content. I hope you're enjoying the tactics and giving them a go. If you are, let me know how you're getting on. There's Yamal with an instant return there, getting us back on level terms. But yeah, have a go at these tactics. Let me know how you get on. Hopefully you enjoy them as much as I do. And also I do have a Patreon page, so check that out if you want to get copies of the tactics, save game files, whatever. Into the 23rd minute here, Atletico Madrid on the ball. Ampadu over to Nicholas Jackson. Can we win it back? We can. Veloso is brilliant. I'm going to show you some of the transfers. I think we're doing brilliantly in the transfer market. Got a lot of money in the bank. Still haven't officially cleared the debts, even though with the money in the bank it does cover the remaining loan. But yeah, we'll keep going until that is 0. What a goal. Stantuono, brilliant player. I think I said it in the last video. If I'm Man United, you got to go out and get him. I'm a Man United fan. Go and get this guy. He's fantastic. He's only 16 or 17 in real life. On this game, he's brilliant. So if you're playing a save, go and get him as soon as you can. I think you probably have to wait till he's about 18 before he's willing to move. But well worth getting. I think I only paid 15 million for him, which is a steal, to be honest, when he's one of the best players in the world now. Veloso, lovely little chip finish. He was a steal as well, and he was 45 million. But he's probably one of the best midfielders in the world now as well. Him alongside Gavi, I think there's only really Bellingham who I would say is better than them. Brilliant result. They had 5 shots, 1 on target, 0.69 XG. We had 21 shots, 8 on target, 3.35 XG. Just to kind of show you how well this plays. I mean, that was away at Atletico Madrid, one of the probably the 3rd or 4th best team in the league. Beat San Sebastian there to get the Spanish Super Cup. Knocked out the quarterfinal Spanish Cup by Real Madrid. Bit disappointed. Knocked out the Champions League by Porto. Porto are doing quite well. They knocked us out last year. They're in the final here. They've got a decent team. It's not brilliant though. I was looking actually, and I might bring him in for next season, is Levi Colwell, who they've got. I think he could be fantastic for us. But they do have Vitor Roque, who they bought off us, and he is coming along brilliantly. So maybe not my best sale, but even him in our squad, I don't think he starts, to be fair. But yeah, they're a decent team, but they're definitely performing brilliantly in this save. As you can see, in the league, we finished 2nd, 5 points behind Madrid. Not the best. We've never finished outside the top 2, though. Still think we're playing the best football because we've got a goal difference of 86, whereas they've only got 58. Stantuono got 24 goals. He is coming along brilliantly. Yamal was the best, average rating 7.67. Again, he's fantastic. Gavi with 15 assists. Yamal got 12 player of the matches. I mean, look at Gavi. Gavi is ridiculously good on this game. We just didn't keep too many clean sheets. I don't think we conceded a lot when we did concede, but yeah, we need to work on that. As you can see, we scored 108 goals, only 22 conceded. I just think to lose by 5 points, the way we played, it's a bit disappointing. We had the most shots, few shots against, best possession, most goals, most dribbles. We were third in clean sheets. We were third in fewest conceded, only off the top by 2 goals. We're playing some brilliant football. This tactic is really, really good. I know we didn't win the league, but I think through those stats you can kind of see it's a very well balanced tactic and works very well. Stantuono top and goals out, 32 goals. Yamal with 27, Darvic 22, Veloso 16, Gavi with 13. Lots of goals in this team. As you can see, brilliant average ratings. Pretty young team as well. I mean, Araujo got cruciate ligament injury, so that won't have helped. I think if he's fit, maybe we win the league. But, I think we're doing pretty well. Torre, we sold him. The Saudi for 17 million. Koundé's gone. Saudi for 58 million. He's on 875 grand and he wanted to leave. He's 30 years old. He was kind of a squad player for us, so I felt it was a good time to go. He's on big wages, so we'll let him go. Alex Valle, we got him. That's Juan Hernandez. He went to AC Milan, but Valle's gone to Saudi as well for 18.75 million, I think that said. Top player. These players we brought in, though, I think are fantastic. Pavel Macek, wonder kid, only 20 years old, looks brilliant for 8.25 million. Gaglioni, 25.5 million, again, fantastic. Wonder kid left winger from Belgium. Stojic for 6.5 million. 6'7" centre back, this guy, and he looks brilliant. I think he could be very, very good. He was a wonder kid. He's now 21 years old. And then we've got Veloso as well, 21, world-class midfielder, worldwide reputation. I mean, look at the stats. What a fantastic player. 6'1". You don't get many better midfielders. I'd say maybe only Jude Bellingham, I think, better than him in the game at the moment. Possibly Gavi, but we've got Gavi as well. So that's fantastic. This is the tactic. We're running a advanced forward on attack. He's going to mark the kind of DM spot. We're running winger on attack, who's marking the left back. Inside forward on support, who's marking the right back and stay wider. Centre mid on attack, who's going to move in the channels. We've got Mazzala on support, no extra instructions. We've got a deep line playmaker on defend, no instructions. Well, you want him to hold his position, really. But that's what they do. We've got inverted full back on defend, ball playing defender on cover, ball playing defender on defend with stay wider to create that back three. When we've got the ball and the inverted wing back on support, we dribble more, getting into that midfield to get alongside the deep line playmaker. We've got sweeper keeper on attack, positive mentality. We play out of defence, low crosses, work the ball in the box, underlap left and right, high tempo and wide. In transition, we roll out, distribute quickly, counter press. Out of possession, we're a much higher defensive line, high line of engagement, trigger press much more often and prevent the short goalkeeper distribution. Honestly, it's a really good tactic. I am going to tweak it a bit for next season. I might go more to like 2-3-5 in possession. So move that maybe right back from inverted full back to like inverted wing back. As you can see, it's 600 million in the bank. 0 net debt, but still 112 remaining debt. And that's what we need to get down to 0. I thought they'd have paid it off, to be honest, with having so much in the bank. But maybe they are just waiting for 2031. And, fortunately, we've got the money that we don't need to take out any more loans before then. Yeah, that could be what's happening. But yeah, I thought they'd maybe just go, we've got 600 mil in the bank. We only need to pay like 100 odd. Let's just pay it off. But never mind. We're doing well. The aim of this save was to keep Barcelona competitive whilst getting them debt free. We've never finished outside the top 2. We've won 3 titles out of 6 seasons. There's only Real Madrid who've beaten us, really. It's going pretty well. Thank you for making it all the way at the end of the video. Hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Here we go, guys and girls, back with the next Barcelona episode. This is episode 8, taking you through some gameplay here. This is us against Real Madrid. So I just want to show you how this tactics work. And we've switched it up a little bit, which I'll show you a bit later in the video. I think we've improved it. I really do. It's we've kind of gone 2-3-5 out of possession rather than 3-2-5 out of possession. But you'll see when I talk through the tactic, you'll see what I mean. Gone with like inverted wing backs on support rather than that inverted fullback on defend with an inverted wing back on support. And there's a few other changes as well. But we've got a penalty here. Darvic stepping up, smashing that in past Costa. Costa possibly the best keeper in the game at the moment. Our team looks ridiculous as well, by the way. If you want to play the save game file, get onto my Patreon page. I'll have linked all the tactics as well on there. So yeah, that's worth checking out if you want to try it, because actually, little insights, I have finished this challenge now. There's still another couple of episodes I think to come out though. But there's loads of money still left. If you take over this save game file, you'll have a fortune to spend. A really top class team that does incredibly well, not just this season, but also in the next season. So yeah, definitely want to try. And also please remember to like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the content. If there's anything you want to see, let me know. If you're trying the tactics, let me know how you're getting on. As you can see, we're 2-0 up here. 39th minute. It's got the 59th minute. DeMarco into Camavinga. Real Madrid have still got some top players. Kasunu, Valverde, Jose Carlos, who is a brilliant Brazilian new gen they've got in defence. Mourinho is the manager now again of Real Madrid, playing a sort of back three. So this is quite a defensive tactic. But they're on the attack here. Gavi, though, trying to get away to Yamal. Darvic, that's the end of that one. In the 69th minute, Real Madrid are building up from the back. Just remember, we're still 2-0 up. But they're getting in here with Camavinga. Oh, good save from Trubin. I think it might have hit the woodwork. Veloso into Darvic. Araujo, we're starting to build up a bit of pressure here into Colwell. Oh, that's a good save, a good block anyhow by the defender. I think Colwell could have took that a little bit earlier, but he's not a striker, so maybe panicked a little. Darvic there into Gavi. Calafiori picks that up in the 89th minute. Still 2-0 to us. Managed to hold them out this long. Ardgula, DeMarco on the run. He's got too much space. He puts that in. Past Tenas, unfortunately. Too easy that. Too easy. As you can see though, we had 10 shots, 5 on target with a 1.94 XG. They had 11 shots, 5 on target, 1.16 XG. So we had the better chances. So probably just about deserved to win. We were the better team in the first half. They were the better team in the second half. They just couldn't really break us down until that 89th minute goal. As you can see, we played very well. Got 8-0 against Atletico Madrid. Shows you how well this tactic is working. 6-0 against Bilbao. 6-0 against Vallecano. We've got 5-0 against Espanyol. A 4-2 to end the season away at Sevilla. Incredible stuff. There's a 6-0 against Elche there as well. We played very, very well. That 2-1 you just seen, us beating Real Madrid, that was in the Spanish Cup final as well. And we did the double this year. Okay, we lost in the Spanish Super Cup. We lost in the Champions League on the 16th to Liverpool, but we smashed the league. 38 games, 105 goal difference, 104 points, 134, drew 2, lost 2. Drew both against Alaves, strangely, I don't know why. Lost to Real Madrid and Real Hispalos, but we were fantastic. The only thing is, 105 goal difference. We didn't get the top goal scorer, which is a bit mental. But we've got top average rating, Darvic and Yamal. Assists, we got Gavi on 13. Player of the matches, Darvic and Yamal again. Tenas second in clean sheets. This tactic is fantastic. You've got to give it a go. 129 goals scored and only conceding 25. I think that's one of the best goal differences I've ever had and seen, to be honest. We got the most goals, obviously, more shots. We got the fewest shots against, So it's a very well balanced tactic. We've got most possession, 60% possession. We got the 7th in dribbles. Normally that's higher. But still, we had the ball a lot. We were playing very attacking football, obviously. We got 2nd in clean sheets and 2nd in fewest conceded. Only by 1 goal at Real Madrid. Yet we almost doubled how many they scored. We definitely deserve to win the title this year. As you can see, the projection looks okay. We've got about 600 mil in the bank with only 61 mil to go. So as you can see, by default, next season, that's going to get cleared off. And, you know, we're going to have a hell of a lot of money in the bank. Could have a little bit of fun in the summer. We might actually buy a few players. I've got my eye on a couple of players, but we'll see. We let De Ligt go. He was wanting to leave, so we let him go. He was on high wages. Let a lot of people go out on loan, get a bit of game time. We let Torres go out on loan. We sold Almeida, Farre, Fort. They went to Valencia for 15 million because he was just desperate for game time. Koundé went there, 58 million. I think that was last summer. So I've probably shown you that in the last video. We brought in this youngster, Fitas, cheap. Looks like he could be good, only 2.2 million from Benfica. Got this guy, this Colombian winger, Rodriguez, for 825k. That's a steal. We've got Montero from River Plate for 12.75 million. Again, I think that's a steal. He looks fantastic. We brought in Diallo for 38 million. Maybe a little bit pricey, but I do like how he's developed. And he only wanted to be a sub, so I just thought that might help balance my squad a bit. Got a lot of players who want the game time. And we brought in Levi Colwill. I just felt we needed a little bit of cover in defence. Nice to weaken Porto a bit. They've knocked us out of the Champions League in a couple of seasons. So, thought that was quite good. Darvic, we got him on 30 goals. Yamal with 26. Veloso 24. Gavi with 19. Masek with 18. Maston Tuono 15. Gaglioni and Pedri got 10 each. Pedri's upset that he's not playing, but look at the stats on these players. Masek looks brilliant. The Argentinian lad, Maston Tuono, I think he's fantastic. Gavi is, I mean, look at the mental stats on Gavi. That's probably the best I've ever seen. Veloso, he's a world-class midfielder. I think I said in the previous video, I think there's only Jude Bellingham who I'd say is maybe better than him. Possibly Gavi as well. Lamine Yamal, we've got one of the best wingers there. And Darvic, one of the best sort of attacking midfielders there as well. So we are really, really doing very well. It's like I say, if you want to take over this game, you've got some fantastic players there to sort of build a squad around. We've got some really good young players coming through. This Alcina, I think, looks particularly good. I think I might bring him into the squad next season just to get him in and around the first team squad, even though he probably won't play too much. Plus, I've got my eye on another Argentinian centre forward, the youngster who looks phenomenal. This is the tactic. This is, I presume, what you've all been waiting for if you've tuned in this video. It works fantastic. We've got a complete forward on attack. He's going to mark that DM role. We've got 2 inside forward on support with steer wider and marking the full-backs. We've got 2 centre midfielders on attack with both with move into channels. We've got deep line playmaker on defend, 2 inverted wing backs on support, 2 ball playing defenders on defend, sweep keeper on support. So like I say, when we've got possession, it's a 2-3-5 tactic almost. Positive mentality, play out defence, low crosses, work the ball in the box, underlap left and right, higher tempo and wide. In transition, we'll roll it out, distribute quickly, counter and counter press. And then out of possession, a higher line of engagement, much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often and prevent the short goalkeeper distribution. Give this one a go, honestly. I'm just convinced it'll work brilliant for you. And if you do give it a go, let me know how you get on. Because I was surprised we could get slightly better results than the previous kind of 4-3-3 that I'd made with Barcelona. Because I just thought that was really well balanced as well, but this is working very well. As you can see, 7 seasons, we've won the league 4 times, and then we've finished second 3 times. I think we've won the Spanish Cup 3 times as well, which I'm just having a look through where we are. We've entered the English Hall of Fame as a manager. But I just wanted to kind of show that we're still winning things. Okay, we haven't been doing fantastic in Europe, but we're not doing awful. And I think that'll come. The squad's getting better and better. It's quite a young squad. I think that we're going to do well in Europe next season. I really do. And just thank you. Thank you for making it all the way to the end of this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I'm really enjoying making this save. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. Right, here we go, guys and girls. This is Barcelona episode 9. The challenge of trying to get them debt-free. And I've got to say, I think we've got a fantastic tactic here. I'm just showing you a bit of gameplay against Chelsea. But we've got a brilliant tactic. We did amazingly well this year. And I suppose a little bit of a spoiler alert. This is going to be the final Barcelona debt-free episode because we do actually achieve it in this episode. And if you want the save game files out there, the tactics are out there on Patreon, so go and check that out on my Patreon page. And it's brilliant. There's loads of money to spend if you do take over the save game files. So I think you'll have a lot of fun doing that. I think there's something like, I'll probably show you at the end of this episode, there's something like 600 million in the bank, maybe like 400 million to spend, which is just ridiculous. We actually spent quite a bit of money this summer, which I'll take you through shortly. I'll take you through some of the transfers. But there's Yamal on the 10th minute, banging one in there. And this is actually the Champions League final. So I was saying in the last episode that we weren't doing very well in Europe, but we're actually going to end on a bit of a high, probably our best season. And yeah, for now, maybe not our best league season, although we still did well. Because if you haven't seen it, but in the last episode, go and check it out. But we actually ended on 104 points, which is just ridiculous. I think we were plus 90 this season, so we did really well, but not quite as good as last season in the league. But, you know, we're winning the Champions League, so that's a lot better. Massive improvement in Europe. And please remember to like and subscribe. Hope you're enjoying the content. It really does help me out if you just hit that like button if you're enjoying it. Riyad there, Kaiser won the signings, he's fantastic. Raújo into Gavi, who smashes that over. There's Tenas. So we will take you through the sales as well, but Tenas actually went to Chelsea this summer because he wanted to leave. Chelsea put a bid in. I think it was around 78 million they bought him for as well, which is pretty mental. Raújo and Silva, back to Raújo. It's nice to have him back. I think it was about a year and a half ago he had that cruciate ligament injury, so quite been the same since then. Got Riera there, who's brilliant. Another one of our signings. Look out for him when I take you through the transfers because he is phenomenal. Possibly the best defensive midfielder on the game. Young Spanish lad. I think we bought him from Milan though. They must have bought him off one of the, I think it was like Girona or something like that in Spain. It's Veloso, but with him, Veloso and Gavi, that's got to be the best midfield in the world. Best midfield in the world. Balde getting in here, should have done better. Should have done better. If that falls to one of our wingers or one of the strikers, I think that's a goal. Drogo back to Trubin. Trubin was our replacement for Tenas, who we got on free. We're paying him quite a lot of wages, but I figured we could afford it. We're coming to the end of the season. That's an awful challenge there from Gallagher. Deserves a red card. But yeah, I felt like we could afford it. We could have a bit of fun this summer because I knew we were going to get debt-free by the end of the season regardless, just because of how good we've been over the course of this save, I think, in buying youngsters and selling older players, letting the players on high wages go. Maybe not all of them, but letting quite a lot of them go. 90th minute, just keeping the ball. Riyad's, he gives it away there. I was about to praise him. I was going to say he's actually progressed a lot better than I thought he would have, but then he makes that mistake in the Champions League final. Fortunately, it was easy for the keeper. As you can see, we had 16 shots, 10 on target, 1.88 XG. They had 6 on shots, 3 on target with a 0.59 XG. So we deserve to win that. And I think we played very well. We ended the season. Fantastic form there. We won the Spanish Super Cup. 3-0 against Sevilla. We won the Spanish Cup. 2-1 against Real Madrid. Very good result. I've just shown you the Champions League where we beat Chelsea 1-0 and we won the league. Admittedly on goal difference or head-to-head with Real Madrid, but still 93 points, 83 goal difference. Only lost 5 games. One was to Real Madrid, but we beat them 3-0, whereas they only beat us 1-0. So the head-to-head's in our favour. Average ratings, Gavi and Yamal. No surprises with Gavi when he got 23 assists in the league in 32 starts. That is ridiculous. His mental attributes have got even better. 26-year-old, he's potentially the best midfielder in the world. Him, Bellingham, and Veloso, I would say. Fortunately, we've got 2 of them. 110 goals we scored, only conceded 21. So you've got to look at this tactic. I will show you it shortly. It works very well. We got the most goals. We've had the most shots. Fewest shots against. We have had 3rd in possession with 57%. We've got the 3rd in dribbles, so we're quite adventurous as well, this tactic. 3rd in clean sheets, and we had the fewest conceded, which I think might be the first time we've done that. So I do think this tactic is working very, very well. Nicely balanced. As you can see, we spent a bit of money. Spent 240 million this summer. We sold 10 assets, 75 million up to 94 million. Montero went for 26 million. Sturridge went for 35 million. We just weren't getting these players in the first team. We were getting a bit unhappy. Brought in Trubin on a free, but we're paying a lot of wages, to be fair. So I suppose that counters it a bit. Brought in this Riera, who I think is one of the best defensive midfielders in the world. Brought in Kaiser, again, a fantastic midfielder. Spent a lot of money on them, but then we brought Beto in 15.75 million, who looks amazing. This squad is stacked now. If anything, if you take over the save, I don't think you need to buy that many players. Maybe a defender, but you probably just need to work out who you're going to play. And if you are going to upset anyone by not playing them, maybe move them on now. That's what I would suggest. As you can see, Yamal 29 goals, Veloso 25, Gavi and Darvic got 19. Gavi got 32 assists with 19 goals in 51 starts. That is pretty mental. So it's 51 goal involvements in 51 starts from centre midfield. And as you can see, remaining debt is 8.75 million. You've got to remember we started at something like 700 million. So it's a fantastic achievement. But I'm classing that as, job done. Because basically, from the 31st of July or 1st of August, that debt's gone and we're debt free. So, yeah, we're classing that as job done. We got 563 million in the bank. Anyone who wants to take this over. And this is the tactic you'll get as well. It works brilliantly. Complete forward on attack. We've got inside forward on support. We'll stay wider. We've got centre mid on attack with moving the channels. Deep line playmaker with defend. Inverted wing back on support. 2 ball playing defenders on defend. Sweeper keeper on support. Positive mentality with play out defence, low crosses. Work the ball in the box, underlap left and right, high tempo wide. In transition, we'll roll it out, distribute quickly, counter and counter press. And then out of possession, much higher defensive line, higher line of engagement. Trigger press much more often and prevent the short goalkeeper distribution. What a tactic. Honestly, I mean, you've seen it. If you've seen some of the other episodes, you've seen how it's evolved a bit through the save. I've really enjoyed it. I really have. I mean, suggestions on what to do next. I mean, do I do a similar thing for Man United? Kind of get them debt free, but let me know. As you can see, we won 5 leagues out of 8 seasons and finished second in the other 3 seasons. So never been out the top 2. Won the Spanish Cup 3 times, 3 times in the last 4 years as well, and we've won a Champions League. I would say we've done what we set out to do, which was get Barcelona debt free and keep them competitive. I think we've more than done that in the league and now the Spanish Cup, and we're starting to do that in the Champions League, just winning it. But I think there's a dominance that could be had with this squad. Thank you for making it all the way to the end of this episode and all the way to the end of the save if you've followed from the start, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.